let's do this. This one is so juicy, it's practically built for a movie. The story goes like this. Knights ride off on a crusade. But before they leave, they lock their wives in iron underwear, a chastity belt, to make sure nothing happens while they're gone. Creepy, medieval, unforgettable. The perfect story. Except, it's fake. Every chastity belt you've ever seen in a museum, yeah, those were made centuries later, mostly in the 18th and 19th centuries. That's when people were obsessed with making the Middle Ages look like a freak show of barbarism. Victorian collectors actually hired blacksmiths to make these nightmare contraptions and then pass them off as authentic medieval relics. A chastity belt made in 1850 would be displayed with a plaque reading 12th century. Tourists ate it up. But let's get real for a second. Imagine strapping sharp, unventilated iron around someone for months or years in an age without antibiotics. Hygiene? Non-existent. Infection? Guaranteed. That's not chastity, that's a death sentence. Medieval people had their issues, but they weren't dumb enough to invent iron underwear that would kill their wives before they even got back from crusade. So, where did the idea come from? A mix of satire and misunderstanding. Renaissance writers sometimes joked about jealous husbands and impossible restrictions. Later, readers didn't get the joke and thought it was literal. Then, Victorian moralists, who were already weirdly obsessed with sex and control, ran wild with the idea. By the time Hollywood got its hands on it, the chastity belt was cemented in pop culture. The truth? No evidence at all that these things were ever seriously used in medieval Europe. The surviving examples are basically gags, curiosities, or made-up artifacts. So no, knights weren't out there handing their wives a key and saying, "See you in 3 years, honey, try not to die of tetanus." The chastity belt is just another myth people loved because it made the Middle Ages seem more twisted than they really were.